Hippocrates, the father of modern medicine, once said, "Let food be your medicine, and let medicine be your food."
Well, traditional Chinese medicine has been around for about 4,000 years, and now it's become just a natural part of people's homes in China, and same as whoever immigrates here, and it becomes part of the family. And it's like I've been brought up with it, and my parents have always used traditional herbs to use in cooking for our health.
One of the easiest ways to get the medicinal effects of herbs is to use spices in your cooking. In fact, they've actually studied the Indian cuisine, and they found that over 50% of its nutrients come from the spices. And historically, Ayurvedic medicine, which is from India, have used the diet and the spices in with the diet for medicinal effects in terms of treatments.
The common misconception with having a healthy whole food diet is that the food is bland. It doesn't have to be that way. There are a lot of herbs that you can use that taste good, and if used every day, can achieve better health because you're preventing disease. Such herbs include garlic, ginger, cayenne pepper, cloves, cardamom, and turmeric, which is an Indian spice used for both color and flavor.
One of my favorite herbs to use in cooking is turmeric, and the reason is that it's been really well studied for its anti-inflammatory effect in the body. In fact, it's been compared with non-steroidal anti-inflammatories in its effect, and actually comes out better in terms of its anti-inflammatory quality. And so I think it's a good thing to have turmeric in your diet on a regular basis, because a lot of the things we do in our day-to-day Western culture actually promotes inflammation in our body.
I like garlic because it's very inexpensive, and it's a food. So I like to prescribe food because it's something that we can incorporate it. It's not in pill form. You can take the deodorized garlic, but gosh, garlic has been used for many centuries. It's very good for hypertension or high blood pressure. It's very good for the immune system, and it has antibiotic type properties and antiviral, and also as well as antifungal and well, it's antisocial in large doses. So.
One way to reduce bad breath is to either suck on a clove or add parsley to the meal itself. Basically, cloves are nature's breath freshener.
Cayenne is a great culinary herb because it's so useful for our bodies too. It stimulates peripheral circulation. It's real good for cold hands and feet, and it promotes good digestion. It also stimulates the heart, strengthens the heart, and strengthens the arteries.
Rosemary is another herb from your garden, and also an essential oil. It has a lovely fragrance, sort of very crisp, fresh, and it also is good for muscles, tired, aching muscles. It's more for stimulating the circulation and helping muscles for somebody who's, let's say, a sports person.
Every day our immune system is being bombarded. That's just the way that it is. We always have little microbes, little germs coming around. So if we can incorporate these antiseptic herbs into our into our daily diet of food, then again we're supporting the immune system. And rosemary and basil both are very antiseptic as well as very tasty.
Essential oil of basil, as we would say in England, or basil, is an oil that stimulates the mind.
I can remember my wife was complaining that our series of 5 basil plants was shedding its leaves before I got time to go and pick them and dry them and make them into pesto or anything else like that. So anyhow, I picked all the leaves and done it and put them out to dry, and the next thing, of course, I went in to try and get my juices flowing to write a little article. And of course, nothing would come. I put my hand up to scratch my head, past my nose went the smell of this lovely basil, and I think juices flowed straight on, and it's great stuff.
I think thyme has a lot of properties that make it very useful with cooking and also with medicinal effects. And medicinally, it's excellent for coughs and colds. And even if you can, just burn it in the room, in the oil in the room, it's actually really, really good just to purify the air. And if people have got coughs and colds around you, it protects you a little bit and it heals them too. So it has a bit of a dual action there.
Fennel is used in Chinese medicine, but also used as a food cure. And it's mainly to help intestinal rumbling or intestinal pain, so it's good for pain. It helps disperse congestion, and it's good for helping digestion.
There's a reason why we put things like summer savory and sage into the stuffing for, fatty foods like turkey or chicken and so on. In the dressing, what they do is they help to offset that heavy protein, heavy fat that's going into our body. And in many cases, we tend to overeat some of those things, the feasting at Christmas time or Thanksgiving. And they help to settle the stomach and settle the digestion.
When we eat our food, our stomach is like a burner, and it needs to be dry to not dilute the digestive juices, because the stomach likes to have warm things. It doesn't like to be disturbed by cold things because it makes digestion too difficult. So it creates problems when you eat warm food and drink cold drinks, because it's almost like a thunder and lightning effect in the stomach. And that's why after drinking cold stuff with a nice warm meal, we tend to get burping or some stomach pains or some distension or digestive problems. When I was growing up, every day we'd have different herbal soups depending on the time of year and what kind of weather patterns going on or what's going on with ourselves.